What's up, guys? Welcome back. So pretty much in this video, guys, we're actually gonna be doing something that I've never really done before, and I've seen Dana do it and I've seen other YouTubers do it, and it turned out pretty cool. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is honestly dye my EDM carpet. This carpet actually came with the kit that I bought for the EDM dash conversion, which is a dark gray interior. So I'm gonna dye this black, and the reason being is because I didn't want to waste 300 bucks on a kit from eBay, and when I can just dye it and see if it comes out good. And if it comes out good, then we're just gonna go ahead and rock it and see how it comes out. There is nothing wrong with this carpet. It is very clean. It does have a little bit of stains here and there, but a lot of the trim panels and all that cover all that, so I'm not worried about necessarily fully cleaning it. It's gonna be kind of like half-assed for a little bit, but this is just temporary until we can get majority of the car pretty much done, because I don't need to spend money on a carpet when I can use that money to buy more car parts that I need for the boost and so on and so forth. And so that is the main reason why I just decided to go ahead and dye it black. And I don't even think you'll be able to see those stains anymore once the whole carpet is dyed black. So what I ended up doing was going to Walmart and picking up this RIT kit right here. This is a kit that has a sealer on it, and that is the main reason why I decided to use this kit, because yeah, I could have used the regular RIT dye, but those little bottles, but that does not have a sealer, and that over time will fade. But I did see Dana's and his came out really good, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this kit, which this one will actually seal the dye into the carpet and the material and prevent it from hopefully rubbing off on your shoes or your pants. I also ended up going to the paint store, and let me go ahead and show you guys what I picked up. Alright guys, so what I ended up picking up was a ½ gallon of mixed paint along with 2 cans of color match paint. That's this green here, or this greenish blue. I also ended up picking up some guide coat and some tack cloths and sanding blocks. So I thought it's time to do the body work. We have everything and we don't need to keep going back and forth to the paint. And the main reason why I got ½ gallon of paint was because, in all honesty, I don't think that gallon over there, or that ½ gallon that's left over, is going to be enough to do the trunk, the doors, and the hood, and all the Mugen kit again, because all that has to be resprayed, including the wing. So my thought process is also doing this, sanding down the quarter panel to complete bare base coat, along with the roof pillar and all the way to the front on both sides. So I would go ahead and spray the 2 coats of brand new paint that we just got mixed up onto the doors and onto the panels that are not painted, and then as a final coat, that's usually 3 coats or 4 coats, put on the last coat of the old paint, so that way we run it from the quarter panel back tail light section all the way to the front, excluding the fenders right now, because all that can be sprayed after. But I do want to do all of the same coat process to the hood and the trunk also, and hopefully it will all match better, because again, the original mixed paint was the old gallon over there. So that's my thought process. I'm not sure if that's the correct way of doing it. Let me know if that's the right way of doing it or if that's the wrong way. I really want to hear you guys' opinions before we tackle all of that together. But pretty much, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this dyed. I already got some water in the tote, and we are gonna be using the tote to dye the carpet for a couple of hours. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and start taking out all the stuff out of the interior and start painting the inside. But we gotta tape off some stuff and put some plastic so we don't get no overspray anywhere else. Alright guys, so pretty much the dye is already setting into the carpet. I pulled it out a little bit just to check it. I've been mixing it periodically. As you guys seen, my son ended up putting more hot water in it. So it was kind of 50-50 mix of warm and hot. So water is really boiling. So we're just gonna go ahead and let it sit for about ½ an hour. I've been pretty much talking with Brian. He showed up real quick because I let him borrow my tool. So we should be finishing his car in the next couple of weeks. But right now we're gonna go ahead and let the dye get into the carpet, and hopefully it turns black the way I want it. As you guys can see, it's pretty much turning it dark black already, which I'm really happy with. So now it's time to pretty much start removing everything from the car, and that way we can get to painting the inside section of the doors. I was kind of debating whether I want to paint all of this stuff also with the can. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm probably going to hold off on it just because I want to paint that exactly with the gun when it's time to paint it, because these doors were not painted. So let me go ahead and pull all of this stuff out, start removing the carpet also, so we can get the paint in between this area here. I'm going to go ahead and use a cardboard so that we can block off the paint from overspray on this section when we're trying to paint the pillars, and so on and so forth over here also. So again, let me go ahead and shut up and take out everything from the car. Alright guys, so pretty much everything's pulled out. I'm gonna go ahead and get into pulling this carpet out also. The main reason why I'm really not using this carpet is because it was cut out for a cage before, and it was done pretty poorly. So I'm gonna probably make new plates for it and cover that up later on and just seal it together. But I'm still contemplating on buying a roll bar for this. It used to have one, but it looks like it was an EK hatchback one, so I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet. But K-Rari, a homie of mine, has one in it, and they're relatively pretty cheap. They're like 700 bucks. But we'll see when that comes. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this carpet because the other one is still dying in there. I have water boiling because what I got to do next is empty out that solution in there, that dye mix, because it's been in there for about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna let it soak me while the other one boils still, and then once it's time to remove it, we'll empty that one out and then put the new solution, which is this one here, which is the color stay. So this should help the color stay onto the fabric. So we'll pick up on it when it's time to add that in. Alright guys, it's pretty much, carpet is all the way out now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, since the carpet is out and there's pretty much nothing in there, I'm just going to move those added pieces into the back. I'm going to go ahead and start spraying the top pieces and all of that. I got to remove that real quick on both sides, and that way I can start addressing and adding the color with the ones that we got mixed in the can. So I'm going to be using this. Again, it's not going to be a perfect paint job or stuff like that in the inside. It's just basically to blend it in from the bottom of the carpet, so that way you won't see anything. And I'm not going to go all the way inside of it. I'm only going to go to a certain length just until the seat will cover it, so you don't, when you see on the bottom of it, you don't see no white. So same thing goes for the sides here. I'm gonna do the same thing, go in a little bit on both sides and make sure it's all even. So pretty much guys, let me go ahead and just get to it, so that way we can get a little bit more progress done on the car. Alrighty guys, so pretty much as you guys can see, it is all painted. That's all I wanted it to do, was just for it to be green in the inside. I'm not adding clear coat to it to like harden it and all that stuff. I don't care if it comes off, because at the end of the day, plastic is going to be covering it. And I did get to that pillar over there. I did this side over here. I did all of that, so it's green for now, and that's all I wanted it to do, was just blend in with the door paint and basically showing that it was fully color changed. Just in case, you know, like I painted here for when the seat does lift up a little bit, but either way, carpet is going to cover all of this section here, so you won't see any of that either way. But I'm happy the way that came out, so now we're going to go ahead and let all that dry, and I think it's pretty much time to go ahead and drain the carpet out of the container, and then we're going to go ahead and wring it out basically and wash it off and make sure, see if we can remove all of the excess paint dye that's on it, so that we can start letting it cure and letting it dry in the sun. Alrighty guys, so what I ended up doing was pretty much start putting more of the interior pieces in. These got the panels just put on right now. It's not bolted in complete or any of that stuff. As I stated, I just want to try to get it all mocked in right now. But the biggest hurdle right now is actually waiting for the carpet to dry. It is still wet, so that's my issue that I'm having right now. Even though I really shouldn't bitch about being wet. But anyways, if you get what I mean. But yeah, anyway, so this little section right here is still wet. The rest of the carpet is actually okay. It's not that bad. And it actually turned out pretty decent. I guess you can say it's not 100% dark black like how I really wanted it, but it is darker than what it was, and because as you guys remember, it was gray. So we got to let this dry pretty much overnight, I'm pretty sure, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it. But for right now, it's gonna hang outside and just continue drying. I'm just slowly putting in parts still, and hopefully we can get all this, as much of it, put on. Again, the doors are not going to be put on, the door panels are not being put on. I just want to put the trim pieces along with the carpet up to the top level, because I still can't put the top on due to the sunroof. I still got to find a headliner that will go up there, depending if we keep the sunroof or not. But pretty sure we are going to keep the sunroof just for a tad bit until I can afford to get the plug put on for the carbon fiber. But for right now, this is the way we're going to leave it, and we'll pick up on it tomorrow once the carpet is dry, so we can get that installed. So there you guys go. As you guys can see, the carpet did not come out too shabby. I've ran like rags on it and everything else, and the color is held on, and so I'm pretty sure that we won't have any issues. So for right now, this is the way it's gonna be. If I get tired of it, or if I feel like it's getting faded, then I'll go ahead and purchase a new one. But I did manage to put the whole console section in. It's just basically sitting in there right now, nothing's bolted down. I still need to go get paint matched to the dark gray trim so that I can paint this armrest, or if any of you guys have one for sale, let me know. It needs to be the dark gray version. And also I just threw on the back seats, where again, these need to be done, redone, re-upholstered on the sides, and also the material here, the center, and on the other side. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with a suede, so that way it can get fully matching. But nonetheless, interior is coming along, and again, what I'm going to go ahead and do is cover up all the openings, so that way we can start doing the body work either on the engine bay or the doors, just to make sure that we have no residue or like paint or sanding or any of that stuff go inside. So we're going to try to block it off as much as possible. Alrighty guys, so pretty much there you guys go. Front seats, pretty much this is the way it's gonna look. Still got, like I said, I still got the door panels and stuff like that that need to go on, but all that needs to get painted first. And once the doors are painted, then we can start literally fully reassembling the interior, get that out of the way, and then I can send the seats off. But for it just being mocked up in the car, I'm absolutely in love with it. I know I probably said that a lot of times, but once this car is done, guys, it will be the car that I've always wanted to build in my life. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the whole front armrest section. If you see that material there, this is the material that's on the door panels, so it's a little bit darker, and then this one has a little bit more color into it, like a little bit more purplish. So I'm debating on either swapping it out and putting it to suede, because I still have material for that, or if I should just do it the same color as that and give it a little bit of contrast. What do you guys think? Do you think I should leave it like that, or should I just pull it over to suede? Because either way, these are going to get reupholstered too. I am going to be looking for the JDM front SIR seats. If I can't find those, then that's when I'm going to go ahead and honestly reupholster these in suede. If I find the front seats, then I'll go ahead and leave it and get it kind of matching to the front middle section, because that way that material match the front seats and everything else. And the main reason why I want the front seats is because I want my passenger to be comfortable, which is going to be my wife, you know what I mean? And she's not really used to the bucket seats, but not too shabby, I guess you could say. I'm really stoked that I decided to do this, just because I want to get stuff out of the inside of the house. So again, I know some of you guys are going to be like, you know, that's the wrong way of doing things. You're going to get overspray, you're going to get so on and so forth, body work, debris or dust or whatever it is. That's fine. The car's still going to get fully detailed and everything once it's done, and there's still a lot of work to get done to it. So I would rather just put it in here, tape off as much as possible as far as masking everything off, windows, doors, holes and everything else, so that way we can start really making progress on it, because that's all I want to do. And that way I can remove 2 doors, do body work on it, get them painted, and then even possibly all 4 doors if I can find what's it called, like a frame or something where I can hang 2 different doors on each frame, and that way I can spray all 4 doors. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do that, so that way we spray everything pretty much at one time. But that is the goal. Hopefully we can make that happen. But again, this is where we're gonna end the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video of me just putting, you know, getting stuff painted, dyeing the carpet, and starting to make a little bit of progress, because as you guys can see, the car will come together pretty quick once everything is done. But again, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did enjoy this little video, please hit the subscribe button, please hit that like button, because it truly does help me out since I am small. Again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.